Hello everyone, welcome to Prestige Castle Farm. My name is Innocent and today we'll be discussing a very important topic on one of the most minute and actually neglected reason why your rabbits are dying. It is minute, it is neglected because it can easily be, forgotten or taken for granted. And what is this? This is a practice whereby you add your feed to the leftover, especially for those who are feeding the rabbit with formulated feed. You see, here in Nigeria, I would say that some farmers feed their rabbit with formulated feed. If you've not watched our video on how to formulate your rabbit feed, please just scroll down on our videos. You will see one of those videos that talk about how you can formulate your feed and save cost. But in most Western world, what they feed their rabbit is usually hays, right? Hays are just dry grass. And hays is actually the best stuff to feed your rabbit. That is the best thing to feed your rabbit is actually hays. But usually in this part of the world, we do not have access to high quality hays like the alfalfa, which is quite expensive. And so most people stick to feeding their rabbit with either the poultry feed or the formulated feed. And now this is a practice that I have seen that most rabbit farmers do, and that leads to their rabbit falling sick. But it's a very minute practice, but it's actually very dangerous. So what is this practice? This practice is, you come in the morning and you look at your rabbit feeder. You see there is remaining full feed, maybe just a little that is remaining, and then you top up on that particular feed and then to give to your rabbit. What you don't know is at the bottom of that feeder, the remaining feed, the rabbit will not eat those remaining feed because rabbit want their feed fresh, and they can smell, they can smell it. They know this particular one that you've added on top is fresh. So what will happen is that they would eat the little that they can and they will remain the rest. And what you can see happening is that you end up piling on that feed, that remainder of the feed. And the danger of this is that it starts getting muddy, right? It starts getting muddy. And as it starts getting muddy, you may not be aware, but at the bottom, it will start building fungi and bacteria. And gradually, it doesn't usually hit your rabbit quick. But gradually, before you know what is happening, your rabbit are having issues with their digestive system, or your rabbit are having issues with coccidiosis, like rabbit are prey animals. They may not show you sign. You may just wake up one day and you see that your rabbit is gone. And then you ask yourself, why? But this rabbit is healthy. They look fine, but why? What led to their death? I am here to tell you that one of the causes of your rabbit dying is as a result of that bad practice of topping up on leftover feed in their feeder. So what is the best thing to do? The best thing to do is to find a regime or a practice that allows you to feed your rabbit in such a way that in the morning, when you come up in the morning, your rabbit has finished their feed. And if there's anyone that is any leftover, you have to put it somewhere else and put in fresh feed for your rabbit. The ones that the leftover, you can feed it to, other stuff like your chickens, the chickens that are maybe strolling chicken or, turkey, or you can do with it whatever you want to do. But it's a bad practice to put in feed, to top up a fresh feed to a leftover feed. It is minute, but it is very, very dangerous. And how did we come about this? How did we come to know about this stuff? Is that I was just going through the feeders of our rabbit feeders, and I saw that at the bottom of the feed, you see that this formulated feed, sometimes we add water on it so that the rabbits do not waste the feed. So what happened is that with the water stuff, it ends up being muddy at the base. And then if you are observant enough, you may start seeing little things such as worms growing up at the base of the feeders. You see some insect as well. Your rabbit will not eat those stuff. And occasionally they do eat those leftover feed. I can tell you that contribute immensely to them falling sick. So let me just give you an example of that. We've changed that practice now. For us, if there's any leftover feed in the following day, we dispose of it. But I want to show you an example of this. So this is, now let me show you an example. This is a leftover feed. You can see, look, it's already black. It's already getting black. And now if you look, now I want to show you, you see some insect inside. I'm not sure if you can see. Let me see if some of those insect may, you can see, just take it down. You see that stuff is moving. You see that. You may not, you see that stuff moving. Let me just, I'm not sure if that is visible but those are worms. Those are worms, you can see. I'm not sure if that was properly captured. But this is bad practice. This is bad practice. One, the feed is not fresh anymore. It's black. And if you come in and you top feed on top of this, the rabbit, in the course of eating, they might also eat this leftover feed that is not good for them. This can cause a lot of respiratory issues, digestive issues, and also coccidiosis as well. So the best practice is probably if you are feeding your rabbit twice a day, you may want to reduce it to once. And if you feed them twice a day, but then the following morning you have some leftover, you may want to reduce the quantity of feed that you give to your rabbit. Preferably, the best, if you want to avoid this, I would say, give your rabbit hills, quality hills such as the alfalfa. In fact, we have been a very huge advocate of alfalfa, which we've planted in our farm, and they are doing well. Our winners rabbits, we feed them on hills, right? Because the good thing with hills is that it doesn't have this type of issues. So you can keep your hills provided they are dry and there's no water, they do not have any contact with water. You can keep it for as long as possible, and they won't have this type of issues. But if you're feeding your rabbits this formulated feed, and this our own formulated feed, we also add water on it so that to avoid wastage, right? That water also causes the feed to be moldy, especially if kept in few days. So these are bad practices that can lead to the death of your rabbit. So we thought we should share on this. Please, if you've not liked and if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so that we keep bringing you quality content. Take care of yourself.